Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're working my brother's Case XT70 skid steer, and he's got lift cylinders that are leaking. So we're going to throw some new seals on it, get it hooked back up, and give them a test to make sure they're working out okay. So stay with us.
I'm driving down an empty freeway. No waiting for the light to change. I'm seeing the sunrise behind me.
Now what we've discovered is when we take these lift cylinders off, it's much easier to leave them in the machine to try and break them loose, because at least part of the cylinder is held by the machine. So what we'll do is we will brace up the lift arms here in the front, and then we will start disconnecting the pins for the front portion of the lift cylinder. So the big struggle we had with this one, we didn't have the right size caps to cap the hydraulic lines. So while we were working on it, we had to keep holding the hydraulic lines up to keep them from leaking oil all over the place. Now the end actually came off pretty easy. So we get it unscrewed, and then we'll take everything over to the bench here and unhook the entire cylinder, bring it over to the bench and take a look at it.
Stacked. You can whisper behind my back. You can show me how the odds are up against me all day long. But I've been through the fire and come out alive, and there's no more fear in my eyes. Oh, now I'm rising, and you can't bring me down. You can't stop me now. For destiny, I'll take the long way proud. Oh, I know what I've earned, and now it's my turn, lighting the fuse that it burned. My time is rising.
Once we have the rod out on the table, we're able to inspect it, make sure there's no nicks in the chrome coating, and make sure we don't have any type of big scratches. We're in good shape on these. We didn't have anything, but if there was a minor imperfection, we'd maybe try to clean it up with a little bit of steel wool or something, just to polish it out and make it nice and smooth. But we didn't have to in this circumstance. So once we check it out, we need to hold the end, and then we'll take the nut off the end of the rod and pull off the seals off the end of the rod.
Calm before the storm. You know what's coming, so be warned. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. Though my feet have come too far for you to tie up to the ground. Can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. Set my sights on where I'm going. I ain't turning back around. Can't stop me. Oh yeah, can't stop me now. No, 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 no.
once we started pulling these seals off, you could tell that the wiper seals were bad, and more than likely that's where we were getting some debris coming by, and then it's tearing up the actual seals on the front of the wipers or the back of the wipers. So we're going to pull all those off and put them back on. Then we have an O-ring inside of the main hydraulic cylinder that we have to replace, and then on the cap there's a couple wiper seals and O-rings that have to be replaced as well. One other thing we're doing is we are making sure that we lube the seals up to make sure we don't have any type of tearing as we're putting things together. Everything goes back together pretty easy, but I've had it before where as I'm putting the hydraulic cylinder back together, you'll maybe pinch an O-ring or tear an O-ring or something like that. And these were a special order item, so there's no just going to the store and picking one up. So we would be putting something back together leaking and then have to tear it back apart, reassemble it. So we'll make sure we get it done the right way the first time.
Dream in color, you're black and white, and I prefer the country to your city lights. But we made our bed and it feels just right, so I'll stay here with you for the rest of my night. For taking chances, but you taking a chance on me.
So now you just want to reassemble everything, and it's the exact opposite process of taking it apart, with the exception is when you put the rod in, you just want to make sure you don't scrape against anything and scrape the chrome portion of the rod and put some sort of a defect in there that's going to cause a leak later. And so we're pretty careful about that. We get it put back together, and we are checking for leaks and make sure we don't have any lines that are leaking. We repeat the process on the other side, and then after we get done with that, we are going to test the cylinders, make sure that the arms are going up and down like they're supposed to. We go ahead and refill the hydraulic fluid, and in this video you're not going to be able to see it in action, but in a couple videos here you're going to see it lifting the cab off the Bobcat 863. So you'll actually be able to see it, after it's done with the cylinder rebuild. Other than this video, if you'd please like and subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, I'd appreciate it. Kind of helps us move our content along to other people, and we try to adjust the videos as needed to what people enjoy watching. We do a lot of stuff around here, and we just try to document what we can and give you some good content. So have a good weekend, and see you next time.